Hello! Welcome to my Monday video. This week I'm doing a tutorial for you guys using the Too Faced Peanut Butter and Jelly palette, this one here. I got this for my birthday and I absolutely love it. It frustrates me that a lot of people are saying that it's a very limited palette, that there are only very few looks you can do with it. So the look that I've done for you guys today is one that I haven't actually seen anyone else doing on YouTube. Of course, that doesn't mean no one else has done it, I just haven't seen anyone doing it. And I've watched a lot of tutorials for this palette, of course, so yeah. Hopefully this is one that you haven't seen before and I hope you guys enjoy it. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so I have all my makeup done except my eyes and my lips. I'm going to show you guys a couple of different lip colors that you can wear with the eye look that I'm going to show you from this palette. Oh, by the way, the reason this is a voiceover tutorial is because the weather outside in Perth at the moment is insane. Like everything in this apartment is like rattling in the wind and it feels like the roof's gonna come off at some point, so yeah. It's gonna be an interesting weekend for everyone in Perth weather-wise. But yeah, I figured I'd, save you guys the annoyance of having to deal with the noise going on here and just make it a voiceover tutorial, so yeah. Okay, so we're gonna start off with my favorite shade in the whole palette, which is Peanut Butter. And you wanna pick that up on a relatively small crease brush. And we're just gonna apply that into the crease, blending it upwards a little bit so that it kind of diffuses out towards your brow. You'll have to blend this for quite a while. I cut out the blending that I did because basically I didn't want to bore you guys to death. But yeah, expect to have to blend it out fairly thoroughly. It's always a good idea to start slowly with your crease shade and intensify it as much as you like, just as you go. I did add a little more in the outer corners just to intensify it there. Next we want to pick up Nuts About You, which is a little darker and a little richer than Peanut Butter, and we're just going to apply that more precisely in the crease. Using the same brush is fine. And again, you want to make sure that it blends into Peanut Butter nicely. Now you want to pick up a bigger, fluffier blending brush, and we're going to go into Extra Creamy, the white shade. This is what we're going to use to kind of blend out the very edges of what we've just laid down. And it'll just make everything look a bit more seamless. Now you want to go back to your smallish crease brush and you want to pick up Jammin', that really nice dark shade there. We're going to put that very precisely into the crease and just blend, 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 blend. Again, I cut out a lot of the blending that I did with this one. But you can see once I'm done, it looks really nice and smoky. Then you want to pick up that big fluffy brush again and just make it a little bit more seamless. Now you want to pick up some more of Jammin' on your finger and just dab it all over the lid, building it up to be nice and opaque. Don't worry if it looks kind of messy to start with. We are going to go back and blend the edges using that same crease brush that you started off with. Told ya! I also picked up a little more of Jammin' on that crease brush just to intensify the color a little more in the crease because a lot of the pigmentation can get lost in the blending process. And again, as with the first two shades, I wanted to have most of the pigment on that outer corner to kind of elongate and lift my eyes, which is awesome if you have hooded eyes, of course. And I went back and intensified the color on my lid as well. Then you want to go back to that big fluffy blending brush and again just smooth everything out a little bit. If you find that you over blend things, don't worry, you can just go back and add more pigment. Okay, now for the winged liner. I was really nervous about doing this on camera, especially because I was using a new eyeliner one I haven't tried before, and it's the Rimmel London Colour Precise eyeliner. To be honest, this one was really disappointing for me. The very tip of it is really kind of fluffy, I guess. It's just not precise, so I had a really hard time being precise with my liner. I couldn't get a smooth line and I couldn't get a sharp point on the wing. It was just a real pain to apply. And I completely botched my other eye because the liner actually dried out. Like, no pigment was coming out of it. When I finished my first eye, I had to swipe it on the back of my hand a bunch of times in order to get anything out of it to do the second eye. And even then, it wasn't really working. There was plenty of pigment in it, it just wasn't coming out.
So this one's a complete disappointment for me. With hooded eyes, I'm quite used to my wing liner not looking particularly great. I just kind of ended up going, meh. Now for mascara, and of course I'm using my holy grail Maybelline Lash Sensational mascara. I love this stuff. I love the look it gives. But of course I got it on my skin, which is why I did mascara before I did my lower lash line. But don't worry, I'm going to show you in a moment how to get rid of that once it's dried with a Q-tip. Okay, so the trick is, as I said, waiting until it's dried completely, and that'll make it easier to kind of flick off. You should be more gentle than I was here. I'm kind of cringing watching this right now. But the trick is to kind of roll the Q-tip so that it pulls the pieces, I guess, of mascara off your skin for you. Now you want to pick up some more of Jammin using a pencil brush, and we're going to apply that to the outer half or third of the bottom lash line. You want to keep it fairly close into the lash line, and we're going to buff it out. So now you want to pick up a clean brush. I'm just using a very fine blending brush. And now we're going to use the shade called Bananas. This one's going to be the inner corner highlight. I love this shade for this purpose, especially with green eyes or blue eyes. It just has a really sort of striking effect. It'll make the color of your eyes look extra bright. And you can see I brought that color a little way along the bottom lash line as well, and just pushed it slightly up into the darker shadow on the lid as well. Ta-da!
Okay, so I'm sorry the lighting has gone to shit. The storm the next wave of the storm just rolled in. But I'm going to include some photos so that you can actually see what the colors look like in this eye look now that it's done. So, ta-da! So that photo was with my favorite combination of all time for lips. The Rimmel London Exaggerate Lip Liner in East End Snob, and the NARS Audacious Lipstick in Anna. And yeah, it's just such a gorgeous combination. They match perfectly, by the way. So if you really want this lipstick, but there's no way you're gonna spend like $50+ on, just one lipstick, you're in Australia anyway, that's how much it is here, then definitely check out this Rimmel London East End Snob lip liner because it's exactly the same shade. These lip liners are more than creamy and comfortable enough to wear on their own, just with a little bit of lip balm and that as your lip color. So yeah, this is a perfect dupe for this particularly gorgeous lipstick. But yeah, that brings us to the end of this tutorial, so thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed it, please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe so that you don't miss my future videos. It would be wonderful to have you in this little community that we're growing here. Keep on being your awesome, gorgeous, chronically fabulous selves, and I hope you have an absolutely wonderful week, and I shall see you guys in my Thursday video. See ya.